Hello and welcome to Nltv's English Prime Time. This is Johanna Muri and now let's have a look at the top headlines of the hour. Nagaland Assembly Secretariat Staff Association and the Joint Action Committee to continue their fight for revocation of Dr. P.J. Antony's appointment. The association makes it clear that agitation and protest to continue indefinitely, with June 13 being the deadline to revoke and cancel the appointment. Rising People's Party questions Nagaland Government of School Education's May 30th advertisement for recruitment of Hindi graduate teachers. RPP calls for preference to be given to local candidates as locals are deprived in terms of opportunity. Over the issue of endorsing agreed position, the Zilingrong, Baudi, Assam, Nagaland and Manipur reject such claims. Says since the inception of Indo-Naga political talks, it does not endorse or subscribe to any particular organization or party. Amid the northeast facing threat of flood and exhaustion due to incessant rainfall over the last months, Indian Meteorological Department issued red alert for Arunachal Pradesh, Assam and Meghalaya for the next 2 days as extremely heavy rainfall predicted in the states. To highlight on the 8 years of successful achievement of BJP government at the state, Wokha unit of Saffron party organizes party meeting at its district office. Addressing media, MLA and advisor IT, Science and Technology Mhundlumo Kikon highlights developments and achievements initiated by Modi government during the past 8 years. Now let's have a look at the news in details. The Nagaland Assembly Secretariat Staff Association and the Joint Action Committee held its meeting on 10 July and reaffirmed to adhere to its earlier resolution and strive to fight for the revocation of the appointment of Dr. P.J. Antony. The association stated that the agitation and protest will continue indefinitely. The association further mentioned that an ultimatum has been served to revoke and cancel the appointment of Dr. P.J. Antony latest by 13th of June. The association further warned the failure to address the ultimatum with the specific period will force the JSC to prevent Dr. P.J. Antony from entering the premises of the NLA Secretariat complex. The association also maintained that they will not be held responsible if situation arises out of forceful entry into the premises by Dr. P.J. Antony. Rising People's Party questioned the Nagaland Department of School Education on an advertisement issued on May 30th regarding the recruitment of Hindi teachers, Hindi graduate teachers. The RPP questioned that the test should be held initially for eligible indigenous inhabitants who are Hindi graduates, postgraduates with B.Ed. The RPP stated that if there was a gap after the initial recruitment, the government should have posted an All India open advertisement. RPP, while quoting the advertisement that read, "Preference will be given to local candidates," termed this as the crux of the problem plaguing the state. The party further asked what would be the mode of selection and if written exam and interview would be held, whether the results will be made public through print media for transparency. RPP warned that unless its recommendations were taken into consideration and the faculty advertisement was recruited, there was a high chance that candidates from outside the state with higher marks scored but denied selection due to the preference policy would take DOSE to the court. Meanwhile, RPP lauded DOSE for taking action against the 441 government teachers who were engaged in unethical practices. The Zilingrong Baudi, Assam, Manipur and Nagaland, with all its affiliated frontal organization of Zilingrong people in one accord, gave clarification to the AP APROP's recent press statement. Zilingrong, Assam, Manipur and Nagaland CSOs endorsed agreed position appeared in some local papers on June 8 of 2022. The organization stated that the recent consultative meeting of Zilingrong CSOs with NNPGs held on 7th June at Dimapur and its subsequent press statement published by the Working Committee NNPGs does not carry or represent the voice of the Zilingrong people. Meanwhile, the Zilingrong Baudi stated that the Zilingrong people, since the inception of Indo-Naga political talks, neither endorse nor support or subscribe to any particular party or faction till date. The organization added by saying it is the constant view that unity and collective efforts of all Nagas is progressive to finding pragmatic Naga solution. Furthermore, the organization cautioned Zilingrong individuals or CSOs to refrain from making or giving undue press statements that could confuse, disturb or create undesirable implications at this stage when the progress of Indo-Naga political talks is at crucial moment for the final settlement. Furthermore, the Zilingrong Baudi gave clarification that the participants of Zilingrong CSOs at the consultative meeting of NNPGs were not officially commissioned to represent the people, nor do they carry the voice of the Zilingrong people of the Naga political issues. Indian Meteorological Department issued a red alert for Arunachal Pradesh, Assam and Meghalaya for the next 2 days as extremely heavy rainfall has been predicted in the states. Notably, rain-induced disaster has killed at least 43 people across the states since May 2022. It may be noted that floods in Assam alone claimed the lives of 27 people. Meanwhile, 4 people, including 3 minors, died in 2 different incidents of landslide in Garo Hills early Thursday morning. BJP Waka unit on 10 June Friday had a party meeting after its district office Waka, where a press conference was conducted to highlight on the 8-year successful achievement of the BJP government at the centre. The press conference was addressed by MLN advisor IT Science and Technology Imphal, where he highlighted the developments and achievements initiated through the leadership of Narendra Modi in the past 8 years. Kikon stated that there is new Northeast and the new Nagaland under the leadership of Modi government, where equal opportunity is rendered to everyone with house, electricity, pure drinking water, gas connection and toilet. He also maintained that under the Modi government, every individual gets a fair opportunity to go forward. He also stated that the BJP is committed to transform India. The party further pledged to work harder and commit themselves to make India a prosperous nation.
The Amrit Mahotsav that we are celebrating, because now it is 75 years of India's independence. Our dream of making a splendid India, being the collective resolve of 130 crore Indians, is led by Narendra Modi. And for him, Amrit Mahotsav means the Amrit of the energy of freedom, of the inspiration from the freedom fighters, Amrit of new ideas, of new resolutions, and of self-reliance. So, to conclude, let me say that under the mission of New India, there is new Northeast, there is new Nagaland, under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, where, number 1, there is equal opportunity for all and everyone is happy, where everyone has a house and electricity, pure drinking water, gas connection and toilet in the house, where there is fair opportunity for everyone to move forward, where the farmer is empowered, where the mother power is respected, where there is harmony in society, there is a desire for development. Ultimately, under Prime Minister Modi, the BJP is committed to transform India, make India a country where all are one, all are happy and prosperous. So using this press conference, it is time again.
A non-profit organization called Can Youth on Friday launched Skill to Sustain project at tourist lodge in Dimapur with MLA and Advisor Department of Power H. Tovihoto Ayemi as the special guest and Deputy Commissioner of Dimapur Sachin Jaiswal as the guest of honor. Notably, the project is a basic skill training program for the dropouts of class 12th and above. It is to be mentioned that the dropouts were provided training to enhance their communication skills, computer knowledge, interview skills, resume writing, and many more. It may be mentioned that the main motive behind the program is to equip and prepare the youths to venture not only in the government sector but in the private sectors as well.
The launching of this Skill to Sustain project is based on our experience in the field. Amahan laga to Skill to Sustain do, as I said in the program earlier in my speech also, that there are a lot of young people who have been, unemployed, and then more than 90,000 are being registered with the government of Nagaland in the labor department. Bishi thakibo aru registered nakurin thakibo. So, ultimately what happened now, all the educated young people cannot go into the government sector. Now, for that, there are a lot of huge demand in the private sector for young people. Now, itu demand kuratemde, these young people need to be ready with the skill. Degree bala se chalo, we need a lot of degree also. We need a lot of high qualification also. But at the same time, marketed demand.
A delegation of 10 women students from Nagaland met Prime Minister Narendra Modi at his Lok Kalyan Marg residence on Thursday. The meeting took place as part of the National Commission for Women initiative under Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat. Notably, they discussed and sought views of the PM on a host of topics including his vision for the Northeast and experience in Nagaland. The students also asked about the plans of the government concerning the developments of Nagaland, upon which PM Modi remarked that Nagaland has huge prospects for development and infrastructure boost that is exactly the focus of the government. Modi further added that he was really impressed with the cultural tradition of Gambura. Modi further advised that the delegations to visit PM Sangarlaya and the National War Memorial during their stay in Delhi. As part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, a credit outreach program was held in both the DC's conference hall in Mokokchung and Noklak on Wednesday. Notably, both the programs were organized by lead bank manager and State Bank of India. Speaking on the occasion, Deputy Commissioner of Noklak, Heizu Meru, while addressing the audience in Noklak, said that banks are important institutions and lots of schemes are available for benefit to the people. He encouraged the gathering to avail the benefits from the bank, while he also requested all who are taking loans from the bank to repay on time and get more benefits after the loans are recovered. Meanwhile, encouraging the SHGS for being active in the district, DC requested to work on income generation with accountability. Furthermore, on the other hand, in Mokokchung, the Deputy Commissioner of Mokokchung, Shashank Pratap Singh, thanked the banks in the district for their proactive role in ushering developmental activities, while he also asked the people to take advantage of the schemes being provided by the banks to invest it wisely, so as to attain a sustainable livelihood. A 30-bedded modular hospital extension was inaugurated on Friday at Community Health Center, Tobu. Duda advisor in Bonghao, Konyak inaugurated the hospital in the presence of Mon DC Tavasilan K. Notably, the hospital was constructed by NGO partner United Way, Bengaluru, and construction of the hospital was funded by Thermo Fisher Company. Duda advisor Konyak, while delivering his speech at the inaugural program, expressed gratitude towards Mon DC for bringing the project to the people of Tobu area and also thanked NGO partner United Way Bengaluru for the efforts to construct the 30-bedded hospital. DC Tavasilan K in his speech stated that more projects are underway for the people of Tobu.
Of June 2022.
An improvised explosive device was recovered in Manipur's capital Imphal on Friday morning, which raised serious concern over the law and order situation. As per inputs, the IED was planted in front of a pharmacy. However, locals informed the police after noticing the explosive, and soon after the bomb experts arrived at the spot and recovered the IED. It is to be mentioned that no organization thus far has claimed responsibility for planting the bomb. Notably, there has been several bomb blasts in Manipur in recent times. It may be mentioned that recently an IED went off outside the school gate of a school at Imphal in Manipur. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday inaugurated and laid the foundation stone of multiple developmental projects worth about 3,050 crores in Gujarat. Meanwhile, he also participated in the Gujarat Gaurav Abhiyan in Navasari on Friday. According to the Prime Minister's office, these projects will help in improving the water supply in the region along with boosting connectivity and enhancing the ease of living. Furthermore, he inaugurated a Naik Hospital Complex and Nirali Multi-Speciality Hospital in Navsari.
गर्व इस बात का हो रहा है गुजरात को संभालने का दायित्व निभाया और आज भूपेंद्र भाई और सीआर की जोड़ी जिस उमंग और उत्साह के साथ नया विश्वास जगा रही है उसी का परिणाम है कि आज मेरे सामने 5 लाख से भी अधिक लोग इतना बड़ा विशाल मुझे गर्व इस बात का होता है कि जो मेरे कालखंड में मैं नहीं कर पाया था वो आज मेरे साथी कर पा रहे हैं और आपका प्यार.
Congress party is set to stage a satyagraha on June 13th on the day when Rahul Gandhi appears before the Enforcement Directorate in a money laundering case. Notably, MPs and Congress Working Committee members are set to march to the ED's office against its misuse by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah. It may be mentioned that the party is preparing for a major show of strength in the national capital on June 13th. Mumbai court on Thursday rejected the pleas filed by Maharashtra Minister Nawab Malik and former Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh seeking a day's bail to vote in the Rajya Sabha elections. Deshmukh and Malik are currently lodged in jail in connection with different money laundering cases being probed by the Enforcement Directorate. Notably, Deshmukh was arrested on November 1, 2021 in connection with extortion and money laundering allegations levied against him by former Mumbai Police Commissioner Prabham Bir Singh, while ED arrested Malik on February 23rd over a property deal allegedly linked to the aides of gangster Dawad Ibrahim. India reported a total of 7,584 new coronavirus infections in last 24 hours, taking the total number of COVID-19 cases in the country to about 4,32,05,106. According to the Health Ministry, the daily positivity rate of 2.26% was observed on Friday, while the weekly positivity rate was recovered to be 1.50%. Notably, the active COVID-19 cases rose to 39,267 and the number of deaths due to COVID-19 climbed to 5,24,747, with 24 deaths in the last 24 hours. In a significant development in the Salman Khan threat letter case, Mumbai police have identified the individual involved in sending to the letter to the actor's father Salim Khan. Notably, the information has been revealed during the interrogation of accused Siddhesh Hiraman Kambal, alias Makal, who is a member of the Lawrence Bishnoi gang. According to Mumbai police, accused Mahakal revealed that Bishnoi's aide Vikram Bharat had taken the letter to Salim Khan. The police further informed that the jail gangster Lawrence Bishnoi had issued the letter to Salman Khan and his father Salim Khan, and that 3 people from his gang had come to Jalore, Rajasthan to Mumbai to drop the letter and had met accused Saurabh Mahakal. Meanwhile, the police stated that there are clues relating to them and that they will be arrested soon. Notably, right after their identification, 6 teams have been dispatched to different parts of India to nab the culprits. Congress leader and former Punjab Pradesh Congress Committee Chief Navjot Singh Sidhu was back in Patiala Central Jail on Thursday evening after he was discharged from PGI Chandigarh earlier in the day. Notably, while he was hospitalized, he underwent endoscopy and ultrasound among other tests and was treated for fibrosis management, liver issues and pulmonary embolism. It is to be mentioned that Sidhu, who was last month sentenced to a year in prison by the Supreme Court in a 1988 road rage case, was on Monday afternoon admitted to PGI's hepatology ward for undergoing some tests and medical examinations.
नो कमेंट देखिए क्या गिर जाएगा सिद्धू साहब लीगल एक्शन लीगल रिकोर्स की रहेगा सिद्धू सर जिदा के कोर्ट दा ऑर्डर आया की कहना सर नो कमेंट देखिए क्या गिर जाएगा सिद्धू साहब लीगल एक्शन
The Indian judo team has left for Spain after securing last-minute visas for their participation at the European Open Madrid 2022 competition that begins on Saturday. The athletes as well as their coaches and support team managed to obtain their visas in the nick of time after the Union Sports Ministry coordinated with the External Affairs Ministers. Notably, the total financial amount sanctioned for the competition and the training is Rs 1.49 crore, and the competition is scheduled from Madrid from June 11 to June 12. Further, a total of 15 men and 15 women will be competing at the event, accompanied by a total of 6 coaches and support staff. Furthermore, logistical arrangements have also been done by side tops well within the time frame of the Madrid event. It is the first time international exposure of the judo team is getting in 3 years. Meanwhile, the government has also given approval to conduct a preparatory training camp in Madrid and Alicante, Spain from June 13 to July 2 for the time. Portugal now sit alone atop Group B of the National League after cruising to a 2-0 victory over the Czech Republic on Thursday night. The two sides entered the contest level on points following the opening 2 rounds of action, but Fernando Santos' men showed all of their strength in what was a comfortable victory for the home side. A fine Bernardo Silva pass picked out Geno Cancelo, who made no mistakes to open their scoring, while Gonçalo Guedes added a second soon after. The result means Portugal topped the standing on 7 points, while Spain are into 5 and Czech Republic remains on 4 after 3 matches. Portugal to play Switzerland on June 13. Pop star Britney Spears on Thursday got married to her fiancé Sam Asghari in an intimate wedding ceremony in Los Angeles, California. Around 60 guests were in attendance, including Drew Barrymore, Madonna, Paris Hilton and Katie Hilton. According to sources, Spears wore a gown by famed fashion house Versace and walked down the aisle to Elvis Presley's Can't Help Falling in Love. It may be mentioned that Spears, 40, and Asghari, 28, got engaged on September 2021 after nearly 5 years to dating. 21. That is all for English Prime Time. Thank you for tuning in, and for more updates, keep watching Nltv.
New YY Dynamite Instant Noodles. It's extra spicy. Taste that will blow your mind.
अरे तूने अभी तक कुछ किया ही नहीं।
अरे ये तो लो क्वालिटी टंकी है।
होशियारी मत दिखाओ, दुकानदार ने 5 साल की गारंटी दी है।
अरे 5 साल छोड़िए, इसका पानी पियेंगे ना तो बहुत जल्दी हम लोग पहुंचेंगे। अंदर का सरफेस प्लेन, स्मूथ और प्योर व्हाइट भी नहीं है। आप एक काम क्यों नहीं करते, निप्को ताज का एक टंकी लगा